This is volatility 75 on a daily time frame. So let's just look at the breakdown. Let's do a breakdown on the volatility 75. Let's see how it looks like. Let's see how the market presents itself, and let's see how the lower time frame reacts to it. So let's have a bias from our daily time frame. So here's it. Here's a bias from our daily time frame. We have a bias. So here's a bias. Remember, the first thing I suggest you do is that just mark your recent high. Recent high. Now look at the recent low as well. Now, having said this, there are little things to consider, and one of it is that there is a fair value gap here. There's a fair value gap. There's a fair value gap here. So we'll mark this. This is my fair value gap. So we have a fair value gap here. Then let's move to our 4 hours time frame. Let's move into our 4 hours time frame and let's look at the things that has happened. So this is it. Remember that what we have on a daily time frame is, let's go back to that daily. Here's a daily time frame. So we have the high, we have the recent low. So when we have the recent high, the recent low, which means that the market is planning to retrace back into this area. If possible, it may clear this out, but I suggest that the market is coming for this fair value gap. So which means that our bias is that the market is drawing towards this fair value gap per se. So we have the market coming to that area. Now, having this bias, it shows that when we move to a lower time frame, there is tendency that we have a bullish movement from this particular zone to this particular zone. So volatility 75 for now is bullish at the moment. We know very well that there is every tendency that the market goes down, but this is our daily perspective. Now let's just consider 1 hour time frame. I should have used my 4 hours, but let's use the 1 hour time frame. Permits me to use it. So now here is it. We had a structure from here. If you remember, there's a structure here, but now if you are going to look at some things, we will miss some certain messages, and you see this area, there is nothing really concrete here, nothing really concrete. So let's look at how this price movement unveil itself. Now we have a liquidity that was raided. Remember, sell side liquidity was raided here. Here's the sell side liquidity that was raided, and so which means that the market will definitely go to the buy side liquidity, which this is the buy side liquidity. Now we had a break of market structure here. There's a break of market structure here, so we have it as well. So here's a break of market structure. So that's a break of market structure, and so the market move in a certain way that the market cleared this liquidity, which means that we are pushing to the upside here. But remember, market does not really move in an isolation. Market has context. We have context for every movement. So when you look at this particular structure, you see that despite the fact that the market was aiming to take out this particular liquidity, check very well, there's also a context of a break of market structure. Though liquidity moves the price, but nevertheless there are context for it. So I have the structure break. So here's my break of market structure. You can see it. Market broke it, and we had a retracement back into this particular zone. Now this is what I want to say. One thing is that market will always present some things that are very fractal in nature. The market will always present some things that has happened in every time frame. For example, if some things happen on a 1 hour time frame, if you go to 5 minutes time frame, there is tendency that you see it again. So now having gotten all of those things, we know very well that the market is pushing towards this zone. So let's assume that okay, there's a break of structure, the market retraces back for the first entry. Let's assume that you missed this particular entry. How will you join it? That is where you should consider. Now, one thing I want to tell you is that there's a sell side liquidity that's been kicked out here already. So we have a sell side liquidity that has been kicked out. So here's a sell side liquidity. the sell side liquidity has been kicked out, which means that the market will definitely come for this. So let's look at what really happened here that moves the price to this particular point. So this is 1 hour time frame. I will jump to 5 minutes. So if you remember what I said the other time, I said that the market actually have the capacity to do what has happened on the previous higher time frame. Remember on our low 1 hour time frame, we had some liquidity that was being raided. So let's look at what exactly happened here. So we had a structure break here. After the structure break, we have a break of structure here. Now this is it. So this break of structure, normally I would have been waiting for the market to come back here, but since the market is not coming down there, we have a zone here that the market has every tendency to come back for hit. Then remember there are liquidities here. So here is a sell side liquidity, here is a sell side liquidity like that. Then the market came back to come and clear the sell side liquidity. And if you go back to your 1 hour time frame, something like this has really happened. So that was why we had this movement back into this zone. And this is it. So we had the market coming back into the zone. So for the first entry, the first bullish entry, then after we had that, then the market start pushing. So the market cleared this particular high. So I will consider this structural high. So the market cleared that high. Then we had another break of market structure. We had another break of market structure. Here, and the market came back. You can see it's like an expansion. Market came back to come and retrace it. Then we had that push. So this would have been the illogical zone to enter for a buy. The illogical zone. Remember, after we had a break like this, there was a retest into this zone. So there was a retest into the zone, and if you see this is a breaker block. So there was a retest into the zone. The market came back to come and retrace it. Then we had a push to the upside. So which means that you can enter the trade here, and you push the market to the upside. So that is what I just want to show. It's a very short video. Thank you. If you have any question, you can just come to my comment section. You can ask. I promise to give you a response, like accurate response. Thank you so much.